Hey, boy. Hey, Beverly.
What?
You feel like going to take some pictures?
You feel like taking some?
Let's go take some before the sun goes down.
Get up with my makeup on.
All right, you got 5 minutes. Let's go.
5 minutes?
What if I told you that you can walk right out of your front door and find some of the best places to take the most amazing pictures? No matter if you live in the Hamptons or in the hood. Would you trust me? Would you really trust me? Let me prove it to you. Let me show you this. Come on. Right now we're going around the side of the house, and what we want to show you is look at the condition of the yard, how overgrown everything is, and note the quality of the pictures that we're going to be able to produce with such an atmosphere. She's going to also do a few things with her hair. We're going to change some clothing a few times. And what we're going to start off is we're going to start off right here at this location. We're going to show you a few pictures of what we took, a few of the angles that we used, how we used the window, how we used the concrete brick wall to kind of give us more angles. So let's start off with that first. You can see we even took some of the elderberry, some of the little overgrown bush, and we put that on the side of her face. Now all of these are hair down, and they're nice pictures. Right now is what I want to show you is we're going to use that angle. You can see how it's looking out to where that should be a fence gate area, but it's not. And what I did is I got on side of that wall, and I tried to use that to give us a little definition, I would call it. And I think it really went well with what she had on that day and a few of the poses that she was using. You can put your face to the wall, you can try to put your back to the wall, and this is what we got out of that. And I think that these were some amazing shots. That's even a baby stroller in the back if you could make it out, but everything's blurred. The camera, the lens, all of these things make a difference, but look at that. That's beautiful. What we're going to do now is this is just a board. If you saw when she was walking to put that rake up, this is just a board that was boarded up for decades. It used to be an old door. She's pointing at it. And what we're going to do is we're going to try to see if we can make some photos out of it and see what comes. So here we go. Now you can see she's kind of braided her hair a little bit. It's not just hanging, it's a little braided. It gives her a different look. Also different clothing. And all of these things come into play. Even my little daughter came and got her little picture in, so that was nice. We're gonna go around to the back side of the house, and once again we're gonna find another wall, another boarded up window, and you see how that grass is growing up the side. Most people just pull that off, weed that off, but I wanted to use that in the shots. And I think they actually came out. I mean, I love them. I think these came out perfect with that little hint of green running up the side. And the lighting was a little harsh. Could have been a little softer. Could have tried to block a little bit of it out. But this day it was nice, and I enjoyed it. You can see that little green running up the side, man. You can't find a prop to give you that. Those came out amazing to me. See, now she's pulled the hair all the way up, so she's in form now. One thing I want to say here was look at that sun, and watch how that sun can kill a model's eyes. You gotta be very, very careful about that, because you're not gonna get any good pictures. And we got the sun is in our face right now, so I was just trying some things. And today she has the hat on, but you can see how she's squinting. Even today, so the sun is hard, so we tried to find workarounds with that, and that's something that you can think about when you're taking pictures as well. You can look, see how she's squinting, eyes are puffy, baggy, and And this was, I got kind of like a side shot. That was a look away shot, so she wasn't really looking right into the sun. So now we're walking, and that's like a grapevine. We're gonna get some pictures in front of that in a little while. But we're trying to get under a tree now. We're looking for shelter from the sun. We want to use that natural light, but we want to hide a little bit from it so that we can smooth the skin tones a little better. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take some pictures here. Now notice how you can see the sun coming through the branches and the leaves. It looks good. I think it's perfect. I love it. But most people would say, you know, oh man, you got the colors coming through, the sun coming through in little spots. It's not soft enough, it's not smooth all the way across. But I think that hint of sunlight is amazing. You know, it just looks real natural. So when we're changing clothes here, you can tell the hair is still up. Some of those had their hair down, so we're just putting the hair up, hair down, trying to figure what was giving us the best look. We're gonna even change the earrings in a little while. I think these are nice. Now you have to monitor the model's clothing. On the next one that's coming up, she's gonna have on like a blue top, and we didn't have the top all the way tight, so you can see like a part of her breast, or kind of like should be up a little tighter. These here, we kind of started noticing that, hey, we need to tighten that up. So we did tie it up at the back. You can tell that everything's a little bit tight, especially around the shoulders. And these are things that really come out. See what I was talking about with that neck and those shoulders are really coming out. We even went around the back side of the tree to get away from those pieces of sunlight coming through. And I found that this was perfect. Even though the sun was out and bright, if you hide behind a tree trunk, this was something so simple. We hid her behind the tree trunk, and it gave us that same lighting, but without the discoloration because of the leaves and the branches. And so I thought that was nice. And we still look at the background. I mean, we got an old house back there. That's the black papers on the back of it. And we went on both sides of that tree trunk trying to get the best angles, just letting her work, grabbing, holding on to the tree, holding on to the fence. And like I said, look at the proof is in the product. These are some amazing pictures. I don't think that anyone that's taking pictures wouldn't agree that these pictures are phenomenal shots. Just look at her. Look how confident she's looking. And we're about 30 minutes, maybe more now. We're probably about an hour into this, so maybe about 4-ish, 4:30, and she's really under that tree. You know, the sun isn't beating on her makeup isn't sweating, so she's really comfortable and calm, and she's starting to really glow. And you can tell she's comfortable with what she's doing. And once again, it's not the best outfits. It's not about that all the time. We don't have like a long dress. We don't have a fan blowing the wind. It's just we're out, we're having fun, we're allowing ourselves to take the pictures, take as many as it takes, holding still. And none of this is tripod. All of this is I have it in my hand, and we're working through it. And they're amazing. Anybody can do this. I'm telling you, I believe that anybody just has to believe that, man, I want to take some pictures. I need some headshots. And just go out, take your time. Don't work with a photographer that's in a rush. I think that's number one. If he has somewhere else to be, or he doesn't think, or she doesn't think she's getting enough money, or she has to go somewhere, don't schedule her for that day. Don't schedule him for that day. Because when you're really about taking pictures, you need time. You need the time. Now these are by the grapevine, and I want you to notice this. If you go back and rewind, the one in front of that grapevine, if you see that vine hanging in front of her face, then her face is out of focus because that vine was in front of her. So be careful when you're shooting in nature that there's no leaves or anything in front of your model, because the camera, especially in autofocus, will focus on that model, well, on the prop or whatever hanging in front of the model, and the model will be what's blurred in the background. I think I'm shooting with a 50mm here. And this is some of the last pictures, so we're winding down. We came out in front of a plum tree, and we just wanted to try some things out there. We were kind of tired, exhausted. So this was some of the last pictures that we got. I think we did a good job on these, considering it was just what you just saw standing in front of. So I was a little, she wasn't ready. I just snapped that. I love those photos when people aren't ready. They call them off-guard shots. But once again, we're gonna show you one more. I'm just only showing you this last. I wasn't gonna show you this, but I'm showing you this because, once again, the sun. Do not shoot pictures with the sun in your model's face. This was the last location we shot in, and I'm gonna show you 2 or 3 pictures of what it looks like. You see how beautiful she is and how the pictures came out. Now look at these. Once again, trying to look into the sun. The sun is unforgiving. What I want you to do is say to yourself, I am beautiful. I just have to capture that. I just have to capture it so I can show the world. You say that every morning to yourself. Pick up your phone, pick up your camera phone, pick up your digital camera, and just say it. I am beautiful. I just have to capture it. Thanks.